Alrighty, hey guys, this is my third knife I've made. I stepped up. I ordered some 01 tool steel. I was inspired by Goff Custom Knives, Go Custom Knives. I really like, he inspires me a lot in what he does making his knives. So, and I know 01 is a pretty nice tool steel for like a beginner knife maker. I think I heat treated it quite well. I tried to film it, but the camera ran out of battery, but I was able to get, I'll probably show you a little later. I used some nylon rope, and I was able to get somewhere around like 125 cuts before this, before it went dull. So yeah, I was pretty impressed by that. I'll give you some close-ups of the knife here in just a sec. But yeah, this compared to my second one, this one I was able to shape the G10 a little bit better. There's still some like epoxy and stuff here, and I'm still kind of playing around with how I want the handle to work and how it's gonna, form with the metal. But yeah, we're still learning, and then I'll probably just torture test this sucker and just see. Put it through the ringer and see if there's anything I notice that I'll that I'll use in like my next knife. So it's not like 100% finished, but yeah. So here I'll show you some close-ups of it. So could do a better job grinding there. The finish is quite good on this one. There's still some scratches from when I sanded it down. Choil's a little big, or like this thing. This was a little big. I tried like shaping the handle a little bit better. You can kind of see that. And this detail here, I'm not sure if I like this yet, but yeah. So I'm still kind of playing around, seeing what I like, what's kind of coming to me, kind of what ideas are coming to me as I work some of these things out. So yeah, did the edge retention test, and now we'll probably just do some general purpose use and see how it does. So enjoy. Takes that off nice, Alrighty, so we are back after the torture test of my third knife, and it was pretty fun. I will say, um, I will say, even though I like knives, I don't do a whole lot of like bushcraft or stuff like that. So I probably look like a newbie there, like feather sticking and stuff like that. I know I'll probably get better in the future, but I felt a little awkward for the first couple times. But yeah, so I'm not a pro at that, but I just try to put the knife through the ringer and just kind of test it out on how it does. Maybe processing wood or cutting cords, things like that. Yeah, I kind of wanted to test, see how the knife performs, but also the steel. So this is made of 01 tool steel. I might make a separate video on how I heat treated it, but yeah, so this is a pretty regular heat treatment, and the 01 tool steel, and I also have a nice, decent sized piece of 80 CRV2. So I'll probably be making a knife out of that steel, heat treating it, and see if it performs better than 01. But yeah, this, as you can see, 01, the tip chipped off. A lot of the wood I was processing was ash, so it was a super hard wood in general, which is tougher to process, but you know, when jamming it into that old ash stump, I kind of ripped the tip right off. Also, when I was finally cutting that, I cut that brick in half, that cement brick, and it did chip the blade a little as well. When I was pounding on the knife to like process wood with that hammer, it didn't dent, or you know, it didn't damage the knife that much. I was wondering how that would do, and it really didn't hurt the knife that much, which is nice to see. So as far as like the 01 tool steel, I was pretty impressed. Even after processing a lot of that wood and kind of beating on it for a little bit, it was still able to rip through paracord and some of that twine really well. So it kind of held its edge pretty well, even after the tip like ripped off, and you know, after processing a lot of that hard ash. So the sharpness was there. It had a little trouble with cardboard, and that was some thicker cardboard too, but it still was able to work through that cardboard pretty well, which surprised me. Along with the blade steel, the blade shape, I kind of liked. I like the idea of having, this is a 3/16 inch, 3/16 inch thick material. It's kind of hard to say. And then I have, I don't know the height of this blade. Let me take a look real quick. Alright, so the height of the blade is about 1 3/4 inches height, which I liked. You know, I like a blade that's a little taller. The idea why I did this was have a decently thick material, so it wouldn't break or bend, and then have like a little bit taller blade and have a full flat grind here, so you still have some strength with the thickness of material, but it's taller and with the full flat grind, so it'll slice and cut really easily, and it really is an awesome slicer, or you know, it cut through rope and twine and cardboard really well. And processing wood, I guess I'll have to process more wood and things like that in the future. As a baseline test, I don't really know how good it is compared to others. But I did have a little trouble cutting through that ash. I mean, some of it was a little thick, but yeah, I guess for a baseline, I thought it should have done a little better. But yeah, who knows how we'll see how it relates in the future. I guess onto the handle. Yeah, the handle's probably the biggest problem for me right now. I'm using G10, which I don't know if some of you know is a pretty popular material for like knife handles. And obviously it's a really tough material. Like there's barely any even mark on this stuff. Um, but yeah, the main part is I just need a thicker handle with more rounded edges. I think when I really noticed it, when I was processing wood, my hand did hurt. When I tried to like feather stick that really hard ash, this stuff I couldn't even like feather stick it because this stuff, the handle was so painful in my palm. So I really gotta get some either thicker material or find some sort of way to, probably both. I'll probably get thicker material and then find a way to really round the edges on this stuff, because yeah, it just getting a grip on it, it really kind of hurt your hand. So I'll have to come up with new designs for how the handle's working. Overall pretty fun to like just torture test my first knife. I'll probably keep doing it in the future just to see between blade steels, handles, and new designs, how well they hold up, and we'll see how well it holds up compared to like the first one, this one. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching that. Yeah, thank you again for watching, and have a good one.